Hello students, today we are going to study the next part of microbes in human welfare, where we have discussed yesterday about the role of microbes in the industrial production of the various substances in medicine. We have studied in antibiotics. Now today we will study the role of microbes in energy production. So today's our topics are production of biogas with the help of methanogens, biogas plant, composition of biogas and process of production, IPM, integrated pest management. I have discussed some part of it yesterday also in biocontrol, and harmful effects of chemical pesticides. Now microbes in production of biogas. Microbes, they are playing an important role in the energy generation, and the energy which is produced by them is the biological energy. So biological energy refers to the chemical potentials produced by living beings and living matter. So here we use the phrase biological energy as a convention to refer to a specific technological effort to use the metabolic capacity of organisms to convert some combination of light, biomass, organic compound, gases and water into useful chemical bond energy, that is storable, transportable, energy yielding molecules as well as industrially useful materials. So here we will study the biogas, which is a form of a type of biological energy which is produced by the action of microbes on the that organic matter. So biogas is a term used to represent a mixture of different gases produced by the microbial activity and which may be used as fuel. So here anaerobic microorganisms, they show their action, their activity on the domestic and agricultural waste, and then this biogas is produced. In India, a large number of gobar gas plants are being used by villagers not only as cheap source of energy but also a measure for pollution control and for improvement of health and sanitation conditions. Certain bacteria which grow anaerobically on cellulosic material produce large amount of methane along with carbon dioxide and hydrogen. So this biogas, it contains mainly methane in it. So this methane is produced along with the CO2 and H2 hydrogen with the help of activity of bacteria, anaerobic activity of bacteria on the cellulosic material. These bacteria are collectively called methanogens, methanobacterium. Now, depending on where it is produced, biogas is called swamp gas, marsh gas, landfill gas or digester gas. The technology of biogas production in India was developed mainly due to efforts of IARI and KVIC, Indian Agricultural Research Institute, Khadi and Village Industries Commission. Composition of biogas is like this, like it contains methane in bulk. So methane is 50 to 68%, CO2 25 to 35%, and nitrogen is 2 to 7%, and oxygen is 0 to 0.1%. So kindly correct it. This is 50 to 68%. Now, what are the steps involved in the biogas production? So biogas is produced by anaerobic digestion of animal waste. So what are the steps involved in it? The first step is hydrolysis. What is hydrolysis here? In this process, the conversion of organic polymer into the monomer. So जो organic compound present होता है waste के अंदर, it is in the form of polymer, and these polymers, they are converted into the monomers with the help of hydrolytic bacteria like hydrolytic bacteria. This is Ruminococcus flavifaciens, Eubacterium cellulosolvens, Clostridium cellulosolvens, and there are other that is species of the Clostridium is also there. So any 2 or 3 names you can learn. Then the second that step is acid formation. Acid formation involves the conversion of monomers into the simple compound. So gradually जो complex organic polymers हैं, they are converting into their simpler forms. So in the acid formation, here these monomers, they are converted into the simple compounds like carbon dioxide, ammonia and hydrogen using a group of acid forming bacteria. They are acetogenic bacteria also, and example of this bacteria is Acetivibrio cellulolyticus. So these bacteria, they convert monomer into the simple compounds. Now the next step is the methane formation. In methane formation, conversion of simple compounds into methane, okay, and carbon dioxide. So it is done by the anaerobic bacteria or methanogenic archaea bacteria. Most notable such bacterium is methanobacterium. So simple compounds, they are broken down into the methane and the carbon dioxide. So these are all the steps in the biogas production. And biogas is a renewable type of energy. It makes an excellent fuel for cook stoves and furnaces and can be used in place of regular natural gas, which is a fossil fuel. It is cheap and easy to produce. So biogas plants, they provide highly enriched organic fertilizers also other than this gas. So let me see about the biogas plant. So the technology of biogas plant was developed in India mainly due to the efforts of IARI and KVIC. I discussed it already. And the biogas plant consists of a concrete tank in which bio-waste are collected and the slurry of dung is fed. So the steps of the production we have studied, and now we'll see what are the things taking place in the biogas plant, what is the structure. So here that concrete tank is there, and here a floating cover is placed over the slurry. So you can see here, this is the slurry inlet tank where the slurry is put or added here. So a floating cover is placed over the slurry which keeps on rising as the gas is produced in the tank due to the microbial activity. So here the slurry is placed, and the slurry which is placed here in the slurry in tank, here it goes inside with the help of inlet pipe to the digester. This digester is the cemented tank, and here this slurry is added along with the bacteria. These bacteria, they means undergo the different activities, the actions. 3 steps we have studied: hydrolysis, acid formation and methane formation. So here a floating cover is placed over the slurry which keeps on rising. The gas is produced in the tank due to the microbial activity. तो यहाँ पर माइक्रोबियल एक्टिविटी के कारण गैस प्रोड्यूस होती है बाय दिस 3 steps: हाइड्रोलिसिस, एसिड फॉर्मेशन एंड देन एट लास्ट methane formation. Now this biogas plant has an outlet also. So you see here an outlet also which is connected to a pipe to supply biogas to the nearby house. So the gas which is here formed methane, it is collected with the help of a outlet. This from this outlet the gas is supplied to the nearby houses with the help of pipe. Now the spent slurry is removed. So remaining slurry after digestion, after microbial activity, this is removed through another outlet. So this is that outlet by which the composition, this digestion of the slurry takes place, and after this the digested one is further which is used as the fertilizer and sent through the this outlet. Okay, so this is used as the fertilizer, and the biogas thus produced is used for cooking and lighting also. So this is the process of the biogas production. Now after the biogas production, we will study the integrated pest management. As yesterday I have discussed that microbes, they are used as the biocontrol agents. So certain bacteria and fungi and viruses, they are used to control the different type of pests, the insects which feed on the plants, crop plants, and damage them. So these controlling agents are the important part of the integrated pest management program. So let me see what is the integrated pest management program here. So integrated pest control is a pest management system that, in the context of associated environment and population dynamics of the pest species, utilizes all the suitable techniques and methods in as compatible as a manner as possible and maintain pest populations at levels below those causing economic injury. So students, this integrated pest management program, under this there are various techniques used by the farmers, in which the control of pest is done in order to get the good yield, okay, without harming the environment. Here these things are also considered, that these techniques are the environmental friendly. Instead of using only chemical, there are various techniques involved to control the pest, and this is the integrated pest management program. So integrated pest management is a sustainable approach to managing this pest by combining biological, physical, and chemical tools in a way that minimizes economic, health, and environmental risk also. So what are the different steps involved in this? So I will explain you in brief here. First, the knowledge. So identify the important pest in your region. Learn the life cycle of the important pest. Identify the natural enemies of the important pest. As yesterday I had discussed about the some useful insects also, those who are feeding on these other harmful insects. Okay, so here identify the natural enemies of the important pest also, like birds also, they feed on these insects which are causing harm to the crops. Determine factors of your growing area that affect the pest pressure, climatic condition, and all that. Now the prevention. So after getting knowledge about the different pests which are harmful for the crops, will come to the prevention. Here site selection means the place or the farm it is selected. Crop and variety selection, the type of crop, its variety, time of planting and rotations, water and nutrient management, farm hygiene, and pest host management. Then observation. After prevention, observation, crop monitoring, pest identification, the type of pest developing there in order to feed on the crop or damaging the crop, frequent scouting, use of trap and insect count. Okay, so insect count is done with the help of using the traps. Then intervention. Here the various methods they are applied, maybe the cultural method, mechanical control, biological control, and the chemical control. About these biological control I had discussed in the yesterday's lecture. Then the evaluation means here we are seeing the impact of all these methods which we have applied, either of the method or all together we can use here. So we will evaluate the impact of these methods in the next step. So evaluation or assessment. Observe pests after intervention. monitor population levels, means their numbers are increasing, decreasing, what are the changes taking place, evaluate the effectiveness of the intervention. So यहाँ जो भी method use किया है उसका कितना impact पड़ा है, that is seen in the evaluation process. Consult others also and then set goals also. So understood? So in this manner you are getting the again the knowledge about all these processes. So this is the integrated pest management, basically to control the pests which are harmful for the crop plants and decreasing the yield also. So this IPM is very useful technique by which we can get the high yield. So students, we have completed this chapter, microbes in human welfare. So you study it from the book also and ask your doubts also.